Hey, what's up, Benzo community? How are you guys doing? So yeah, I wanted to come back and make a new video, just to chime in and, leave a little bit of support for, the old timers, the people in my, Benzo class, I guess you call it. 2016 is when I came off of Xanax, cold turkey, and it took me 3 years to declare my recovery from withdrawal, because it just went on for months and months, and then another month and another year, and it just went on forever. And I even to this day, at almost 5 years off, I still have issues. I don't have like serious issues where it affects my life, but I still have a bad myoclonitis jerk. I still have that when I'm laying still in the bed, and in times of stress and things like that, I do get muscle twitches still, and it's been going on for 5 years, but like I said, throughout the years, it took me a good 2 years just to start to get relief. I suffered every single day for almost 3 years. I'll say a good 3 years before I declared my recovery, and like I said, I still have issues, and it's been a long road, and I still look back and I say, I don't know how I made it through that. I wouldn't be able to do it again. A couple months ago, I thought I was back in a wave. I went for like 2 days where I didn't really feel well from that. Back in January, I had COVID-19, so that took me a month to get over. I tested positive 7 times before I got a negative test. So in all, I was tested. I had that thing shoved up my nose 9 times. So maybe that had a little bit of a factor into why I was feeling bad. But other than that, I made it through benzo withdrawal, and you guys are too. It just takes a long time. If you're one of the unfortunate ones like me, that ended up coming off cold turkey, or even if you tapered, or even if you were on a short term and you came off fast, and I've seen people suffer for years and years. And it was a point in my recovery that I didn't really believe people that were so many years out that were still sick, until I finally realized that it is true. It is true that you can be many years off and still have problems from this, because we're all different. So I do, kind of, how you say it, I don't, I kind of judge myself for judging others, which I shouldn't do that, because I suffered for so long. And then when I got better and I still saw people that were off like before me still suffering, there's a small minority of people that are many years out, and they're still saying that they're suffering. And like I said, I didn't believe it for a long time, but now I do believe it. I believe that it's true, but don't think that that's gonna happen to you, because that's very rare. I think that it has a lot of factors into it. Some people say that it's exercise or diet or anything, and I don't believe it has anything to do with any of that. I thought because during benzo withdrawal I weighed close to 300 pounds, and I lost over 100 pounds, and I got into shape, and now at 38 years old I'm in the best shape of my life, which I'm not a muscle man and everything, but I'm in better shape than like an average 20-year-old kid. Most people walk around with a gut. They have a non-alcoholic fatty liver, and they have all of these problems, and it all boils down to like basically what you eat. But that's a whole nother topic. We're talking about benzo withdrawal and recovery, and it is important to take care of yourself as far as your diet goes. And if you're well off long enough to try to exercise, do it. I encourage you to do some form of, you know, movement, because, you know, that does help out to a certain degree. Not much, but, you know, it will help you along to kind of get your mind off of, you know, withdrawal. You know, the one thing that really helped me out was not only was I sick and everything, and then I ended up with another problem with tight pelvic muscles, and then I had terrible anxiety for so long about it that I just thought about it every minute of my life, you know, until I had to break the cycle. I don't know how I did it, but I just said, I'm not gonna go to any more, you know, benzo groups. I'm not gonna, you know, keep asking questions to people. I'm not gonna, you know, keep going on YouTube. And I just, you know, basically tried to move on from my suffering. I don't know if that sounds like you know, something, but, you know, I stopped, you know, looking for answers. You know, I sort of, I guess you could say, accepted my suffering, and I sort of like basically kind of told myself that I'm not gonna get any better than what I was. So I just said, this is gonna be my life, and, you know, this is what it is, you know. But that's not true, you know. I still believe that people that are many years off, that are still, you know, saying that they're suffering, can get better. You know, I just don't know when, and I wish that, you know, after, you know, several years of being off, that, you know, you would recover, you know, like I did. You know, some people say that their injury is different from others because they recovered faster, or, you know, but what I went through, you know, I didn't see too many people with my symptoms, you know, because I was on Xanax for so long, and I came off so fast that, you know, I had the most disturbing, agonizing symptoms that were, you know, not even like anything related to benzo withdrawal. Like, my legs hurt so bad for so long. I had a crushing, agonizing pain in my legs for like a whole year. And then I had these weird like mask growing on my face, like a numb type of weird moving feeling in my face for so long. I had teeth chattering where my teeth tapped together because my jaw tremored so much. I had tremors for so long, and sometimes when I'm nervous or I get anxious, I still do get a little bit of tremors. You know, I could go on and on with the symptoms, we all know them, but, you know, my symptoms were very intense for very long. You know, I didn't have any windows at all. I didn't have any relief at all from anything that I tried, any supplements, any diets, anything. I never ever got any relief from anything. And I suffered tremendously. Not only was I in benzo withdrawal, but I had a full feeling in my bladder for 3 years that I had to pee every 3 minutes of my life. I couldn't go on a 10-minute car ride without pulling over 4 times to pee. It was many of months that I stayed inside my house because I couldn't leave, because I had to stay close to the bathroom and pee. If I walked from my house 2 blocks to the store, I would probably pee in the bushes 3 times before I got there, and 3 times before I got home. You know, so not only did I go through that torture as well in benzo withdrawal, you know, but you know, I still have some smaller issues that I'm dealing with, that I'm trying to, you know, through time, I'm trying to, you know, fix myself, you know, and like all humans, we all try to, you know, improve our lives, you know, every which way that we can, any way that we could, you know. But again, guys, you know, I just come back, you know, to let you guys know that there is hope to get better. You know, don't give up like I did. And then, you know, as I started to give up and I started not to care anymore, that's like, I guess, when I started to get better, you know. So there is hope. It just takes a long time. You could suffer for a long time. I don't want to sit here and sugarcoat anything and say, hey, in 6 months or a year or in 2 years, you'll get better. You can, but I'm being realistic. It took me 3 years to recover. I'm almost 5 years off, and I still have issues, but they're not debilitating like they were. So, Benzo Warriors, keep your head up. You know, like and subscribe to my channel if you guys, you know, like my videos. If you don't, then, you know, keep it moving. You don't have to like what I post. You know, please don't leave me any dirty comments. I'm not gonna reply to them. You know, whatever you have in your opinion, you know, keep it to yourself. Anyway, guys, take care, stay blessed, stay strong, and be well, guys.